Hello everyone, my name is Hasty Swamper and I am back to do Week 3, Season 2 of the Clumsy Battle League. For this week, our opponent is Survive9, who is the coach of the Boston Beartics. By looking at his roster, he has Tornadus, Clefable, Keldeo, Tentacruel, Umbreon, Mega Ampharos, Flygon, Sneasel, Meloetta, Musharna, Sawk, and Volbeat. So, his team is rather bulky for most of the part, and he does have some fast Pokemon, like Keldeo and Sneasel and Tornadus, but he does have all that bulk with him, with the Musharna and the Clefable. So, I made a team, and it's rather offensive. There's no walls on the team, this is like a new experiment. Usually, I bring like 1 or 2 walls with me. Just like last week, I brought Aromatisse and Ferrothorn, but this time there's 0 walls. Everyone is offensive. So to start it off, we have this is like our main win condition, which is Kaboom the Skuntank, and he has Poison Jab, Sucker Punch, Substitute, and Hone Claws. So pretty much a lot of his Pokemon, which are faster than Skuntank, are not resisting Sucker Punch. Most are neutral hits. There might be a few super effective hits, but the only ones which resist Sucker Punch and are fast are Keldeo and Keldeo and Sneasel. But Sneasel's frail, so Sneasel will still take a decent amount with a boosted Sucker Punch. And pretty much the combination of being behind his substitute and having boosted attack and just sucker punching is kind of scary, because his Pokemon would have to survive the hit first from sucker punch, and they would have to take a lot of damage from it, and then they'd have to break the substitute, and then I sucker punch again, and the Pokemon will be gone. So he'll have a tough time taking out the Pokemon. And the Pokemon which are slower than Skuntank will take a Poison Jab instead, which will hit things like Clefable hard, and it will hit Mega Ampharos for a decent amount. And also, it saves the PP from Sucker Punch, because unfortunately, Sucker Punch only has 8 PP, so I think that's the main drawback of this moveset, is the very limited PP in Sucker Punch. But Poison Jab has 32, that's a lot. So anything slower like Umbreon and Ampharos and Musharna and Clefable will probably take a it will take a Poison Jab. So that's Kaboom the Skuntank. Meryl Ambrose, who is our Delphox, is a Choice Scarf Delphox, and pretty much he's to outspeed any Pokemon. Like, he's supposed to outspeed like Keldeo with the Choice Scarf and will hit hard with Fire Blast and Psychic. Trick is to probably cripple one of his defensive Pokemon, so that would be good. And Shadow Ball is more a filler for Musharna, but then I just discovered that Stab Fire Blast does more. So I might replace this. Maybe I'll give it Dazzling Gleam. But I'm unsure on what to give it. I could probably give it Hidden Power Ice for his Flygon. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll give it Hidden Power Ice, and yeah, I'll just keep it like that. For Hidden Power Ice on his Flygon instead of Shadow Ball. Trick is for, like I said, to cripple any of his bulky setup mons, so that's good. Lightning Man is another offensive Pokemon, just like I say every time. So Lightning Man is pretty much like, if there's like a fast, scary Pokemon or a sweeper, I can just Thunder Wave and it will slow down the Pokemon. And Prankster makes Thunder Wave go first, which is good. Taunt is to stop any type of setup or stalling. Thunderbolt is for stab, and Hidden Power Ice is for Flygon, just so Flygon doesn't wall it. And I considered giving it Rain Dance for one of the slots, but it can't fit Rain Dance in this scenario because Flygon will then wall it. So I don't want that to happen. So Hidden Power Ice is to stay there. Next up is Critic, debuting Critic the Kingdra. And Critic is a Choice Specs Kingdra who will hit very hard and he will be very fast. And we're going to be using the rain with that. I'll explain the rain setter in a moment. Yes, in a moment. So, pretty much, rain boosted Hydro Pumps with Choice Specs, that should hit rather hard. Draco Meteor, that's going to do a lot. Ice Beam will do a lot. And Surf is just there if it's like the last Pokemon on the field and you get the guaranteed win and you don't want Hydro Pump missing, just go for a Surf and you'll be okay. Ice Beam is for Flygon, so I won't have to deal with the unreliable... Well, Draco Meteor is not unreliable, but like it can miss in certain times, and people have had bad luck and they get their Draco Meteors missed in a very vital time. So I don't want that to happen to me when I don't need to use Draco Meteor. So the EVs are very interesting, I would say. So full special attack, modest nature. That's an obvious thing to do because I want Critic to hit very, very hard. And 85 speed is a really nice speed after the Swift Swim. It's very fast, so I don't need full speed investment. So what I did was I gave it 216 speed effort values. So when it's under the rain, it will outspeed maximum speed Scarf Keldeo and take it out with a Draco Meteor. And it's a guaranteed 1-hit KO after Stealth Rocks. And the rest is in hit point bulk, just so it can take hits better, because it actually has nice defenses. 95 and 95, that's pretty nice. So, yeah. Now, the rain setter is Home Depot. Now, he may not be the most reliable rain dance setter, but it's because Lightning Man doesn't have the room for rain dance, so I end up resorting to using Rotom, and Rotom will hold the damp rock, so rain lasts longer. And pretty much Thunder is to help with the rain, get more power off. It's unmissable in the rain. Shadow Ball is a stab move. It does decent damage to Musharna with the full special attack investment, and Will-O-Wisp is for any threatening physical attackers. And Bro is mainly there to get up Stealth Rock. Waterfalls to just abuse the rain, and full attack it will do plenty full of damage. Stealth Rock is Stealth Rock, it hits everything unless you're Magic Guard. Ice Punch is for Flygon, and Earthquake is for Mega Ampharos. Yeah. So wait, I don't know why I made you Brave Nature. Let me fix that. You're supposed to be Adamant. But that's the team, so I will see you all when the battle begins. Okay, guys, it's time. Now we just wait for Survive to reply. I'm a bit nervous because I really need to get back. I need to start getting some wins myself. Even though I'm not like terribly far behind in the league, I think I'm like 4th. Because what happened in whatever it is, week 1. Week 1 never happened and I got an automatic 6-0, so that helped a lot. Okay, so he didn't bring his Tornado Therian, which is interesting, and he didn't bring his Mega Ampharos, which is not terrible. Yeah, so I can do a few things here probably. I can, right off the bat, I can lead off with Meryl Ambrose, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I want to lead with Swampert, but his team isn't that fast actually, which is kind of good, but it's kind of bad. So I think he's gonna lead with his Musharna. So because of that, I think I'm gonna lead with my Rotom. Like, I'm not gonna get the Rain Dance up immediately. I'm gonna kind of wait on that. But I'm just expecting him to lead with Musharna, so I just wanna scare out Musharna, and then we'll plan from there. Oh, he leads with his Clefable. Okay. That's actually what I did not expect. So, this thing can be a problem if I don't deal with it right. So, I don't have Psyshock, so that kind of stinks. But what I can do here is I can just go right for the Will-O-Wisp, or I can just go for a Shadow Ball. I'm just gonna go for a Shadow Ball. And he gets his Stealth Rocks up. I don't have a way of clearing them, so that kind of stinks. So it's not a Calm Mind one, so that's good. But what I want to do is I'm tempted to get the Rain up. I want to do that. So let's get a Rain Dance off. Okay, do you think he'll switch? Because if he does, then that I might want to. I don't want it to go right for the Moonblast, so I could just stay in Thunder, which I'm going to do right now. See? He went right for the Moonblast. So because of that, I'm afraid to switch into Kingdra. So there's not too much I can do here. I don't want to sack off my Rotom. So he has Stealth Rock, Moonlight, and Moonblast. So I want to go into my Swampert. And I don't know what he's going to go. He's going to go for the Moonlight. That's okay. It's not going to do too much for him. I'm going to get my Stealth Rocks up. Because I know not a lot of Pokemon are weak to Stealth Rock, but his Sneasel won't like getting Stealth Rocked. So that's good. This is recording, right? Yes, it is. Okay, that's excellent. So he might switch into his Musharna, because it could probably have Energy Ball. He can do anything. He can just... If he knocks off my item, that's a bit of a bummer, but I don't think Clefable gets Energy Ball. It gets Reflect. That's actually... Okay, that kind of stinks, but does it have leftovers? It does not have leftovers, so it could probably have... It probably has, whatever it's called. It could have Light Clay. That's what it is. So I don't like how I'm getting Stealth Rocked, but to be honest, I don't really need Marill Ambrose. I'm gonna bring Marill Ambrose in, because I feel like if I can trick something, that would be nice. And let's see what he goes for. He goes right for the Musharna. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go right for the trick. Or he can predict my trick, and he can go into Keldeo, which is no good. But I don't think he's going to do that. So he tricks. What does he have? He has a Rocky Helmet. So now he's locked into Yawn, which isn't the best. I don't have a Lumberry, do I? No. So I only have 2 turns of rain left. So I need to be like rather wise on what I do. I could fire off a hit and hurt one of the Pokemon very bad. So I'm gonna go into Critic, or I could stay in. I'm gonna go into Critic. Though I don't really need Meryl Ambrose, but I'll just save it for Death Fodder. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna Yawn me, which actually kind of stinks. So I'm gonna have to switch out again. But into who is the question. He doesn't have that many turns left. I want to go for the Draco Meteor, but he might switch in his Clefable. But the problem is that I don't want Critic to fall asleep, because Critic can do work on this team. I'm gonna get the rain up again. Alright, let's get the rain up again. If he KOs, that's completely okay. Because what can happen is then I get a free switch into Kingdra, and I'm just going to Will-O-Wisp right here because I have another. Now he's burning out my rain turns, which is bad. Yeah, it's going to just end me after that. So I'm going to Thunder. That doesn't do a lot, so. But alright, I can do a few things here. I actually want to bring in Skuntank, but I want to bring in Critic so I can just fire off some power. Now, I'm going to go right for the Hydro Pump right here. If he protects, that's okay, because he's going to take a huge hit from Critic. Even if he switches in his Keldeo, I think it gets 2-shot by a rain-boosted Hydro Pump with Choice Specs. So he's going to have a really tough time trying to figure out what to bring in this Kingdra. So he's thinking for a while, so that's kind of good, but you never know. But I'm afraid he's going to try to stall out my rain, and I lost my rain setter, so. Yep, he goes right for the Protect. I'm going to just Hydro Pump again. That does a bit of damage. He misses his Toxic, unfortunately. Okay. Don't miss, please. I understand he missed his Toxic, but he's literally just burning out. He has leftovers, so he's like slowly whittling himself down, and he only has 2 turns left. So, crap, I missed. Dang it. That literally ruins my plan. Even though I took his Umbreon down, that's just terrible for Kingdra, because I don't have any Wish support, so my team's just full on offense. This is why I don't like doing full on offense, because the Pokemon get wear down so easily right when they put Stealth Rocks on the field. Now, he probably thinks my Skuntank is Defog when really it isn't. But Now that I think about it, I think I should have made it just a plain old defog scun tank, but then I would have had no setup sweeper. He's probably going to bring in his Keldeo, so I'm betting he's going to bring in his Keldeo. I'm just going to say that right now. So we'll just wait to see what he does. It's very windy outside. You might not hear it, but I can hear it. But it's very noisy. And he brings out his Sneasel, so Sneasel, I don't know. I'm just gonna actually, that's terrible. Now that I lost my choice scarf, I think that was not a good idea. He's gonna knock off. I lose my specs. So what I can do here is I'm just gonna bring in my Swampert, and I'm going to go right for an Earthquake because it's just a free Earthquake. And nothing on his team resists it or is immune to it. Unless he has like Air Balloon on some kind of Pokemon. Like if he has Air Balloon Meloetta. But I don't know why he would have Air Balloon on a Meloetta. I think that would be kind of silly. And I think Sneasel has very low defense. So if he stays in, then this will just KO. Okay, he brings out the Musharna. That doesn't do enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Earthquake again. It lives by a little. He goes for the Yawn. I'm just going to Earthquake one more time. Just getting rid of his Musharna. Now my Swampert's asleep. Actually, what he could do is his Meloetta could be his... It could probably be his win condition, but I cannot say for sure. So I can Thunder Wave, or I can Taunt it, one or the other. I don't want to bring... I could bring Delphox in, but I don't think that's a wise decision. So I'm going to bring in his... It's going to bring in his Meloetta. That's not good. So I'm going to go right... I could go right for the Taunt. Okay, Substitute doesn't block Taunt, but I could predict that and go for a Thunder Wave. But I don't want him setting up. So because of that, I can just Thunderbolt, which I might do. Don't call mind. Oh, what? It crits? I don't know what his item is. It could be anything. So, what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to bring in Skuntank, and I'm going to predict Survive to switch out his Meloetta, thinking that it's Pursuit. Oh, what? Oh, that was a terrible idea. Oh, man. Ah, that was terrible. Because you know what I can just do right now? He is Hyper Voice, so that just hits through me. Well, I want to break its sub. Or should I just switch out? Don't KO. Oh, I live. Something tells me that he's going to make another substitute, so... Do I go for the Sucker Punch, or do I just Poison Jab? I'm going to Poison Jab, predicting the sub. No, he brings in his Clefable. Okay. That's weird. I don't know why he did that. He probably thought he could survive a Poison Jab. And now he has his Sneasel, so I just have to Poison Jab, and it will just KO his Sneasel, so... Yeah, I think that was very clutch on how Hyper Voice did not KO my Skuntank. Now this is scary, because he has his Keldeo. Now, I really don't have a lot of use for Skuntank. I could Sucker Punch, but it's not going to do anything. It has Justified, right? Yes. So... I think I lost this battle, because I think Keldeo's faster than the rest of the team, unless he makes some very weird play. Like if he over predicts or something. Nope, he doesn't. Alright, I'm gonna try to stall out these turns of sleep. The Keldeo just needs to go. That's how it goes. So, Citrus Berry will proc. If I can just wake up. If Swampert can just wake up right at this turn, that would be excellent. Please wake up. Thank you. Well, crap, it doesn't KO. I lost this battle. Unless I'm faster than it. I'm just gonna cover the screen with my fist, just so I won't get spoilers. Wait. Aww. Okay, I lost. Well, well, the York Semaphores aren't up to par, unfortunately. It was a 2-0. It wasn't too terrible, but I don't know. I just wish that I could have won, but I don't know where I really screwed up. I might have screwed up around... Okay, you know where I really screwed up? It's because I lost my range setter way too early. So, because of that, I lost. So, that is the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed this battle, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. That is, if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time.